Hi, my name is Marsha Kumi, and this is a cooking video for By Kumi. Today we're going to be making miso soup, which goes quite nicely with sushi and sunomono, and I've made both of those dishes on earlier videos. I'm super excited though today because I'm going to be sharing a style of miso soup that my mom made for us growing up. It's made with potatoes and yellow onions. And for those of you that like a more traditional style miso soup, I'm going to cover that as well. So let's go. The ingredients you need today may seem a bit complicated, but don't panic. It's actually not that bad. I will just cover the basics. First, KATSUO or dried bonito will be the fish used today. This can come in packets of dried powder, and here are a couple of examples. Some of the powdered DASHI brands already have salt included, but you can see there are some without salt as well. Then there are the pouches of dried bonito that I like to use. Here's an example of the packaging. And this is the word dashi in hiragana. This helps a lot if you can look for this on the packaging. And here's what a pouch looks like. I prefer these because I think they add a richer flavor. KOMBU or dried kelp is also being used. I am pointing to the hiragana that means dashi. Try to buy KOMBU that comes from Japan, but get what is available. Miso. This can be confusing, but my go-to is Cold Mountain in red and mellow white. This is great flavor, and better yet, I have seen this in Safeway and Whole Foods. For those wanting a traditional miso soup, you will be using tofu and green onions. Today I will be making a different style of miso soup, and for this you will need potatoes. I have 2 russets, but you can also use red potatoes. Yellow onion. You will only need a small amount, so buy a small one if possible. And for both styles you will want WAKAME, which is a type of seaweed. This one is great as it has dried tofu and green onions, or this one even has corn. But I will keep it simple today by using just the cut wakame with no extras. Finally, let's not forget the water. About 5 cups will do. Now for the tools. You will need a 3-quart pot, a ladle and resting plate, a 1 tablespoon measuring spoon, and a 1/8 cup measuring cup, plus some chopsticks, vegetable peeler, knife and cutting board, 2-cup measuring cup, small serving bowl. This is technically a rice bowl, but I use it for both soup and rice. Time to prepare the food. Before starting, I wanted to point out when using KOMBU, you will see a white powder on the kelp. That is completely normal, so don't worry. Okay, now let's get the dashi or the soup stock started. First, add the 5 cups of water to your 3-quart pot. Let's add 1 KATSUO pouch and 2 pieces of KOMBU. I'm going to add another one just for fun. I will be using KOMBU and a KATSUO pouch together. This is a popular method for making the stock. Now I will bring the pot to a boil and immediately drop it to a simmer, making sure that everything is submerged. Let that continue to simmer and check once in a while. Let's move now to peeling the yellow onion. The potato is next. I'm using russets, but red potatoes are great because you don't have to peel those. After peeling the potatoes, if you see any discolored areas, you can remove those easily with the peeler. Cut the potato into 1/2-inch cubes, but a little bigger is just fine. You really just want the cubes to be about the same size so they cook evenly together. Very thinly slice the yellow onion. I use just a tiny bit. You can easily add more if necessary. Now your dashi should be done. As you can see, the water level dropped dramatically. Just add back enough water to around the starting level. Let's add our miso. This is where the measuring spoon and the chopsticks come in. You will be using 2 heaping tablespoons of both red and white miso. When you do this, take your chopsticks to break apart the miso as it enters the stock from your tablespoon. This is to avoid a big blob of miso sitting at the bottom of your pot. Now we can add in about 2 cups of potatoes. then added about 1/8 cup of wakame. Add more if you would like, just be careful since it'll expand. Add the onions and start up the stove to bring the soup to a boil. Boil for between 30 to 60 seconds and then turn off the stove, cover the pot, and leave on the burner. The potatoes will be cooked after 30 minutes and your soup is ready. And FYI, miso soup is very forgiving. At this point, try a little, and if the flavor is weak, add some more miso, or if the flavor is too strong, add some water. And that's it. Thanks again for watching. Next week, we're going to be turning your favorite sugar cookie recipe into matcha cookies. For more information or for a printable recipe for the miso soup, visit bykumi.com and we'll see you next Sunday. じゃあね。